A palace cannot have two queens. That's not just an unwritten rule of royalty, it's an unspoken warning about the rising tension between the two most powerful women in Britain, Queen Camilla and the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton. While Kate continues to win the hearts of the public with her elegance, grace, and quiet strength, seen by many as the perfect future queen, Camilla, who fought for decades to be accepted, now feels increasingly overshadowed. According to insider sources, King Charles has grown visibly frustrated over Camilla's growing jealousy and discomfort toward Kate. It's said that Camilla has shown signs of resentment and even subtle rivalry during official events, behavior that's no longer confined to palace walls, but is beginning to affect the public image of the royal family. What exactly is happening between these two women? And why is King Charles caught in the middle, torn between the woman he fought to legitimize and the one the nation already sees as its true future queen? Since she became the Princess of Wales in September 2022, Kate Middleton's public image has grown rapidly, reaching a level of admiration that few royals have ever experienced. Her presence is calm and graceful, but also full of warmth and openness. People see her as a modern royal who understands the world around her. Wherever she goes, she draws large crowds. People smile when she appears. They wave, take pictures, and support her closely, both in person and online. Her rise has been steady, natural, and very powerful. Kate brings a rare kind of balance to the royal family. She is respectful of royal traditions, but also adds her own sense of freshness and modernity. She wears elegant clothes that reflect her status, but she also knows how to dress in a way that feels familiar to the average person. Her charm doesn't feel forced. It feels real. She speaks gently, listens carefully, and always seems to be in touch with the emotions of the people around her. That's what makes her so special. She seems like someone you could talk to, even though she is part of one of the most famous families in the world. Her work with charities is another reason why people admire her. She focuses on important issues like mental health, children's development, and family well-being. She visits hospitals, schools, and shelters. She sits with people, listens to their struggles, and shows kindness. These moments often go viral on social media, where people praise her kindness and sincerity. Each time she appears at a public event, she makes a strong impact, and that effect continues to grow. Kate's popularity stands in sharp contrast to Queen Camilla's experience. Camilla's journey in the royal family has not been easy. Her relationship with King Charles III goes back a long time, even before his marriage to Princess Diana. That part of her past still follows her today. Many people found it difficult to accept her, especially those who had strong emotional connections to Diana. Diana was loved deeply by the public, and her tragic demise in 1997 only made her more beloved. That love never faded, and because of it, Camilla has always faced doubt and resistance. Even after her official coronation as Queen Consort in May 2023 at Westminster Abbey, Camilla's public image remained complicated. The event itself was filled with royal tradition, and she took her place beside King Charles. But even with all the symbols of power and honor, many people still couldn't fully embrace her. The memories of the past, especially the love triangle involving Diana, have left lasting marks. Camilla has worked hard to change how people see her. She supports several important causes, including helping victims of domestic violence, encouraging literacy, and raising awareness about osteoporosis. She attends events, speaks at conferences, and supports many people behind the scenes. Her work is sincere and steady, and she has tried to use her position for good. Yet, the public's feelings toward her remain mixed. Old stories from the tabloids still float around, and many people hold on to the image of her from decades ago. It's not easy to escape such a strong history. What makes things even more difficult for Camilla is that she is constantly compared to Kate. These comparisons often highlight the very qualities that people feel Camilla lacks. While Kate appears modern, relatable, and effortlessly graceful, Camilla is still seen through the lens of old scandals. This contrast creates tension, both inside the palace and among the public. Kate represents the future of the monarchy, and she fits that role perfectly in the eyes of many. Camilla, meanwhile, is still working to fully earn her place. Since marrying Prince William in 2011, Kate has remained focused and consistent in her duties. She is thoughtful, prepared, and committed to her role. She doesn't chase attention, but attention always finds her. When she speaks, people listen. When she acts, people notice, whether she's sitting on the floor with children, planting gardens, or comforting someone during a difficult moment. She does it all with the same quiet confidence. Her ability to connect with others feels genuine and rare. Kate's influence continues to grow. She's not just a royal figure who stands beside Prince William. She is a powerful presence in her own right. Every event she attends, every speech she gives, and every cause she supports helps build her legacy. She brings new energy to the royal family without losing the sense of tradition. That's what sets her apart. While Queen Camilla continues to rebuild her image and prove her dedication, Kate Middleton has already become a central figure in the hearts of millions. The difference in how the public views them is clear. One is still trying to overcome the weight of the past, while the other is confidently shaping the future. This divide tells a larger story about change, acceptance, and the evolving face of the monarchy. And at the heart of that story stands Kate, a woman who has quietly but firmly become one of the most beloved royals of her time. The world of royalty is often seen as polished and elegant, but behind the scenes, emotions and power dynamics quietly unfold. Within the British royal family, the contrast between Queen Camilla and Princess Kate grows more noticeable with each passing day. Camilla, who has long tried to win the public's favor, now faces a quiet but persistent challenge from her daughter-in-law. Kate's presence has become stronger, her popularity reaching levels that few modern royals have seen, and this shift is slowly changing the atmosphere within the monarchy. For years, Camilla worked hard to rebuild her image when she married King Charles in 2005. Many people still remembered the pain and scandal surrounding his previous marriage to Princess Diana. Camilla had to overcome deep public resentment. Her association with Charles during his troubled marriage made her one of the most criticized women in Britain. Slowly, she began to carry out duties, showing a calmer, more supportive side of herself. Over time, her image softened, and the public grew more accepting. It was not an easy path, and it took years of effort and patience to earn her current place as queen. But just as she seemed to settle into her role, Princess Kate began to rise in ways that few expected. From the start, Kate carried herself with dignity and confidence. As the wife of Prince William, she embraced her responsibilities with grace. She never seemed overwhelmed by the spotlight. Her love for her family, her natural style, and her deep involvement in charity work made her a new kind of royal figure, modern, accessible, and admired. While Camilla slowly built her place in the monarchy, Kate seemed to glide into hers. This difference has not gone unnoticed. Some people within palace circles believe that Camilla now feels the weight of Kate's growing influence. Even though there is no open conflict, there are whispers that Camilla is trying to protect her role. She may be increasing her public appearances and aligning herself with key royal events to stay visible. By reinforcing her position, she likely hopes to remind the world of her place beside the king. There is also speculation that Camilla is working privately, strengthening her relationship with Charles and making sure they present a united front. A close bond with the king gives her authority and presence, and insiders suggest she might be quietly trying to secure her legacy. In a royal environment where perception matters deeply, every action is carefully measured, and Camilla understands that staying relevant means staying active. Meanwhile, Kate continues to move forward without signs of slowing down. Her approach to royal life has gained admiration both in Britain and around the world. People see her as genuine and dedicated, a figure of stability and kindness. Every time she steps out to meet the public or support a cause, her influence grows a little more. Her connection with the people feels real, and many now see her as the true future of the monarchy. However, this rising admiration for Kate hasn't just impacted the public. It has reportedly reached the king as well. Some sources say that Charles is aware of how quickly things are shifting. He may even be encouraging Camilla to adjust to better fit this new moment in royal life. As king, he faces the pressure of tradition, public opinion, and private family dynamics all at once. He spent his entire life preparing to take the throne, but nothing could have truly prepared him for this complex emotional terrain. Now, with Kate becoming more and more central, he must manage not only his reign but the feelings of those closest to him. Behind the graceful smiles and elegant appearances, Camilla may be feeling more isolated than ever. For decades, she battled for her place. She endured the criticism of a nation that blamed her for things far bigger than herself. After years of being a target, she believed she had finally crossed into acceptance. But now she watches as Kate, without much effort, receives the kind of love and admiration she always longed for. Royal observers believe Camilla's unease comes not only from Kate's rising profile, but from the echoes of the past. The ghost of Princess Diana still lingers in the public's mind, and many see Kate as her natural successor. With each kind gesture, each graceful appearance, Kate reminds the world of what they once loved in Diana. That kind of legacy is impossible to ignore. The royal family is built on centuries of tradition, but it is also shaped by personalities, relationships, and changing times. In this moment, the tension between the two women reflects a deeper shift within the monarchy itself. Camilla's journey has been marked by struggle, persistence, and careful strategy. Kate's journey has been shaped by confidence and quiet strength. As the future unfolds, their stories will continue to intertwine, their influence weaving through the very heart of the crown. Princess Kate has slowly become one of the most admired members of the British royal family. Her calm nature, kindness, and steady presence have drawn comparisons to two of the most respected women in royal history, Princess Diana and Queen Elizabeth II. With each appearance in public, she gives people a glimpse of a royal figure who respects tradition but still feels modern and real. Her image as a future queen has become stronger with time, and many now see her as the one who can guide the monarchy into the future without letting go of the values that hold it together. When Queen Elizabeth passed away on September 8, 22, the monarchy entered a new chapter. The queen had spent decades leading the royal family with quiet strength, always showing loyalty and commitment to her duties. She knew how to stay connected to the past while also adapting to a changing world. That rare ability earned her deep respect. Now, some of those same qualities are seen in Princess Kate. She shows the same grace and sense of duty, but also adds a modern touch that speaks to a younger generation. Since the Queen's passing, Kate's role within the royal family has grown quickly. No longer just Prince William's supportive wife, she now stands on her own as a leading figure. With each royal duty, she reveals her natural ability to connect with people from different backgrounds. Her warm smile and steady presence leave a lasting impression. People admire her not just for her elegance, but also for her hard work and clear devotion to service. She has taken on more causes, leading projects that focus on mental health, early childhood development, and family welfare. Young people especially feel drawn to her. They see someone who is kind, genuine, and approachable. She doesn't just speak about issues, she gets involved. Her efforts have made her a symbol of what a modern royal can be. And all this comes while she raises her three young children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Balancing royal duties and motherhood is no small task, but she handles it with such care and calm that her popularity only grows. However, not everything behind palace doors seems completely smooth. Tension appears to exist between Princess Kate and Queen Camilla. While Prince William has openly shown support for Camilla, Kate keeps a quieter, more distant tone. Her behavior is always respectful, but observers notice a certain lack of warmth in her interactions with Camilla. It doesn't carry the same ease or closeness she shares with other members of the family. This has led to quiet talk about an emotional divide between the two women. Part of this may come from the memory of Princess Diana, who is still one of the most loved figures in royal history. For many, Kate reminds them of Diana's grace and compassion. There's a sense that Kate has inherited not just Diana's public role, but also the affection people had for her during that deep connection with the public. which Diana had so naturally, is something many now see in Kate. It places her in a unique position, someone who holds the hearts of many while also standing ready to become queen. Camilla, on the other hand, still struggles with her public image. Her past and the stories that followed her make it harder for some to fully embrace her. While she now holds the title of queen, there remains a sense that full acceptance has not yet come. Meanwhile, Kate continues to earn admiration for her kindness, sincerity, and calm presence. Over time, this contrast between the two women has become more noticeable, and the media has played a major role in shaping these images. From the beginning, Catherine was shown as a fresh and welcome addition to the royal family. Her background, while not royal, made her relatable. When her relationship with Prince William became public, people followed their story closely. Her behavior has always been praised. Everything about her, from the clothes she wears to the way she listens, is carefully noted and often celebrated. The press regularly presents her as a picture of the ideal royal, graceful, hardworking, and easy to connect with. Social media adds to this contrast. Catherine's appearances often go viral. Videos of her comforting children, laughing with families, or simply walking with her children are shared widely. People admire her sense of fashion, her parenting style, and the calm way she handles attention. Camilla, meanwhile, receives more mixed reactions. Some users still view her through the lens of past scandals, making it harder for her to win over public opinion. All of this has shaped how the world sees both women. Catherine stands out as a powerful symbol of a modern royal, someone who can lead with warmth and understanding. As she takes on more duties and gains more influence, her role only becomes more important. Camilla may hold the title of queen, but it is Catherine who many see as the heart of the future monarchy. What happens next may not be spoken openly, but the balance is already shifting, and everyone at the palace knows it. Catherine's journey into the British royal family was unlike most others. She didn't grow up surrounded by luxury or titles. Her family was not part of high society or old aristocracy. Her parents had built a successful business, and though they were doing well, they led a simple life. Catherine was raised in a modest home with values rooted in hard work and respect. When she met Prince William at university, she was just a regular young woman enjoying student life like everyone else around her. She wasn't trying to impress anyone or chase a royal future, but fate had other plans. The love story between Catherine and William grew slowly and sincerely. It wasn't built on grand gestures or public drama. Instead, their bond formed quietly through shared experiences and genuine affection. When the couple finally married in 2011, it wasn't just a royal event. It was a moment that made millions of people smile. There was something refreshing about seeing a woman with such humble roots step into a life filled with tradition and duty and still manage to hold on to her warmth and natural charm. From the beginning, Catherine stood out in the royal family. She was elegant but approachable, beautiful yet grounded. She never acted like she was above others. Whether attending major public events or spending time with children at local charities, she brought the same energy, kindness, joy, and grace which the public quickly embraced her. She smiled easily, spoke gently, and carried herself with confidence, but never arrogance. Over time, she became one of the most admired figures in the royal household. But this sudden rise did not please everyone. Among those who found it difficult to accept Catherine's popularity was Camilla, the wife of Prince Charles. Camilla had spent many years trying to gain the trust and acceptance of both the royal family and the public. Her journey had been long and complicated. She had faced intense criticism, and it had taken a great deal of time and effort for her to find her place in royal life. When Catherine arrived, young and adored by the public, it seemed to threaten all that Camilla had worked for. As the media began comparing Catherine to the late Princess Diana, the pressure on Camilla grew heavier. People began calling Catherine the new heart of the royal family. The press celebrated her in ways they never had for Camilla. This made it harder for Camilla to enjoy the success she had finally achieved. Outwardly, the The two women maintained a polite and pleasant relationship. They were often seen smiling together at events, appearing to be on good terms. But behind the scenes, tension began to rise. Rumors started to spread. Whispers suggested that Camilla didn't believe Catherine's family background was worthy of royal life. Camilla had grown up among the upper class, surrounded by connections and privilege. It was said that she looked down on the Middletons, who had earned their status through hard work instead of heritage. This difference in background may have fueled Camilla's quiet resentment. The Middleton family, far from being pushed aside like some royal in-laws, became a unique part of the royal circle. They were welcomed at important events, shown respect, and even given priority at times. When Prince George was born, it was Catherine's family who visited him before Prince Charles. The Queen herself included the Middletons in major celebrations, and this level of involvement had rarely, if ever, been extended to non-royal relatives. This only made things more uncomfortable for Camilla, who had struggled for years to gain similar approval. As time went on, the contrast between Catherine and Camilla became even more visible. Catherine continued to shine. Every time she appeared at a public event, the crowds cheered, the media praised her, and people all over the world admired her appearance, behavior, and spirit. She connected with people in a way that felt effortless. Even within the royal family, she was deeply liked. The Queen held her in high regard, and Prince William was always proud to be seen with her. Camilla, on the other hand, began to fade into the background. Though she had finally reached the status of queen consort when Charles became king, there was little celebration in her eyes. Instead of feeling victorious, she seemed frustrated. The joy that should have come with her new title was overshadowed by Catherine's never-ending appeal. No matter what Camilla did, Catherine remained the center of attention. Eventually, the rivalry that had once been kept quiet became harder to hide. Close sources revealed that Camilla made critical remarks behind closed doors. She didn't like how the spotlight followed Catherine wherever she went. She felt that her own accomplishments were being ignored. Even though Catherine never acted superior or sought fame, her charm pulled people in. Her presence was strong, and it became something Camilla couldn't ignore or escape. As their lives continued to unfold in public view, the quiet feud grew deeper. Camilla was facing the difficult reality that, despite her long struggle, she might never receive the love and admiration that Catherine earned so naturally. The contrast between them only became sharper with time. One woman had fought for years to find a place in the royal world, and the other had stepped into it with grace, instantly becoming its brightest star. Kate's early days as a royal were not easy. Everything seemed to change overnight. Suddenly, she was part of one of the most watched families in the world, with every move carefully observed and judged. The pressure was constant, and the expectations were high. At first, she seemed quiet and cautious, carefully learning how to carry herself in public. She rarely looked completely at ease, but she never let herself fall behind. She moved forward slowly, one step at a time, staying focused and dedicated. Over the years, something began to shift. She grew stronger, more sure of herself, and increasingly comfortable with the spotlight. She didn't rush her transformation. She let it happen naturally, finding her own way with grace and quiet determination. As her public life became more demanding, Kate also took on the important role of raising her three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. She didn't hide behind palace walls or pass the responsibility on to others. Instead, she chose to be fully involved in their daily lives. She helped with school runs, organized their activities, and stayed close to them through the ups and downs of childhood. She became more than a royal figure. She became a very present, caring mother who balanced her responsibilities at home with those of the monarchy. William, too, showed a deeply personal commitment to his children's upbringing. He remembered the warmth and closeness his mother, Princess Diana, had shared with him and his brother. He chose to follow her example, creating a home where emotional connection mattered more than tradition. William doesn't just show up for the big moments. He's there for the everyday things, taking his children to school, encouraging their hobbies, and making time to talk and listen. His way of parenting is about presence and care, not simply discipline and duty. Together, William and Kate have crafted a new kind of royal family life, one that blends the seriousness of their roles with the warmth of hands-on parenting. Their choices around their children's education show just how thoughtful they are. Every school they choose reflects more than academic goals. These schools are selected to help the children build character, form strong relationships, and gain a deep understanding of the world around them. George, Charlotte, and Louis are learning more than math and history. They're learning how to be kind, strong, and confident. Their parents want them to grow up aware of their future roles, but also free to explore who they are as individuals. This new approach marks a big change from how royal children were raised in the past. In earlier generations, nannies and tutors often played the largest roles in a royal child's upbringing. But with William and Kate, that has changed. They make sure they are the ones guiding their children, especially during the early important years. Kate is seen at school events, sports matches, and even helping with homework. She doesn't shy away from the messier, more tiring parts of motherhood. She embraces them, understanding how important these moments are for her children's growth. William also brings a refreshing balance. He respects royal traditions but doesn't let them stand in the way of being a good father. He's serious about his royal duties but doesn't allow them to replace his role at home. He finds time for bedtime stories, family dinners, and weekend outings. He knows these small moments shape lasting bonds. They want their children to understand both privilege and responsibility. These lessons, taught with patience and care, help build confidence. So, while they teach their children about the history and expectations tied to their titles, they also give them space to experience a more regular kind of childhood. They play outside, run through gardens, and enjoy simple activities like baking and painting. These experiences give them the freedom to be kids while still preparing them for public life. One of the most important things William and Kate focus on is emotional strength. They want their children to grow up feeling safe, loved, and free to express their thoughts. At home, they encourage open conversations and honest feelings. They believe that emotional health is just as important as education or discipline. In a world where their children will face heavy expectations, that emotional support is crucial. It gives them the inner strength they'll need later in life. At the same time, they don't shelter their children from responsibility. They slowly introduce them to decision-making, allowing them to solve problems and understand consequences. Whether it's choosing a weekend activity or helping with a household task, the children are learning what it means to contribute and to be responsible. Despite everything on their plates, William and Kate always make time for family. They create space for simple joys like cooking dinner together, planting in the garden, or enjoying a board game on a rainy evening. These shared activities help their children feel grounded and connected. Even their holidays are focused on family, offering quiet time away from the cameras where they can relax and grow closer. Through all of this, William and Kate are shaping their children's futures in a way that feels thoughtful and full of heart. Their approach isn't just modern, it's deeply human. They're raising 3 children who will one day carry great responsibilities, but they're making sure that their path forward is built on love, strength, and understanding. In doing so, they're not only creating a new image for the royal family, but also setting a powerful example of what parenting can look like, even under the spotlight of the world. The relationship between Camilla and Kate is far more than a typical palace rivalry. It reflects a quiet yet turbulent generational shift unfolding within the British royal family. On one side stands a woman who endured decades of criticism to become queen. On the other, a beloved daughter-in-law who embodies a modern, relatable image of royalty. When ambition, history, and public perception collide, conflict becomes inevitable. At nearly 80 years old, King Charles surely does not wish to see his own family become tabloid fodder. But silence at this point may be a double-edged sword, especially as the public increasingly looks to Kate as more than just the future queen. Seeing awesome queen, perhaps already viewing her as the true heart of the monarchy. Is Camilla unknowingly distancing herself from the people's favor? Or is this simply a passing storm before the royal family finds balance once again. If you're interested in following how this unfolds, leave a comment below, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.